So I don't know if you knew this or not, but like, right now in the world, there is a massive amount of people, and we are all literally sitting on the edge of our seat waiting for like trailer 2 or something like that of GTA 6. GTA 6 talk on the street is absolutely massive. There's so many people that are invested like their lives into the franchise of Grand Theft Auto. Now, if you guys didn't know, there's like a pocket of people out there and they have a lot of doubts in Grand Theft Auto 6 success, meaning they don't really know exactly what is going to be awaiting around the corner because they're kind of like maybe brainwashed with how good Grand Theft Auto 5 is. Well, if you think Grand Theft Auto 5 is good and has gotten even better since 2013, for the good or for the better, potentially because they did add that Mark II oppressor, which potentially ruined PvP. We're not going to go down that rabbit hole right now. What we're doing is we're going to be talking about almost, it's going to sound like a selling point for Rockstar in Grand Theft Auto 6. So, every single day, it seems like there's a brand new leak on Twitter. I'm not going to be able to show you any of that stuff because, of course, I don't want to get in trouble with any of the higher-ups, you know what I'm saying? And showing any of that leaked footage and or even some pictures. You can easily just go to Twitter and type in something like Grand Theft Auto 6. So, I've got some information that I've been gathering for the last couple days here, and we're going to be going over what, once again, it's going to sound like a selling point, but it's just going to be guaranteeing like people out there. So maybe you're a person, you got a little bit of doubts in your mind. You're probably thinking like, whoa, I don't know about Grand Theft Auto 6 online, Grave. Is it going to do as good as Grand Theft Auto 5 did online? And yeah, so we're going to be talking about some comparisons here and some actual facts. Let's get into this right now. So number one, of course, we have to talk about the trailer performance, which I'm talking about the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer performance within the first 24 hours. You guys, of it being released onto YouTube, gained over 93 million views, which is the highest viewed video game trailer in the history of any video game ever that's been on planet Earth, okay? And we're talking over 250,000 views on all of different platforms within 48 hours of the trailer's release. This means like the trailer has been released onto like YouTube and then other platforms as well. Yeah, within 48 hours. This is one of the most watched trailers in the whole history of mankind, is what it's saying here. Basically, there hasn't been a video game trailer that has been able to do anything better than Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer. And when Grand Theft Auto 6 number 2 trailer comes out, we'll see if it's even going to be able to match up to number 1, because number 1 is Lucia's trailer, number 2 will most likely be Jason's trailer, and God knows when we're going to see that. And even if there's going to be a third trailer leading up to Grand Theft Auto 6, which right now, from Take-Two Interactive's CEO is saying they are still on the mark of fall of 2025. So right there, you guys, YouTube and Grand Theft Auto 6. Well, Grand Theft Auto 6 holds the record right now, world record, and I don't think there's going to be much of anything that's going to be beating the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer, unless it's the Grand Theft Auto 7 trailer, because what game is going to be coming out that's more hyped up right now than Grand Theft Auto 6? How much stuff is getting leaked right now on like multiple platforms of gameplay that people are like stealing or something like that, of other things that are just getting leaked? And it's going to be amazing, and we're going to be getting into more information right now, so let's do that. So number 2, this is going to be very important because we're going to be doing just a little bit of a comparison here, talking about what Grand Theft Auto 5 looks like. And of course, I don't have like the best shots potentially here for Grand Theft Auto 6, but this is going to be confirmed right here. Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be working with the highest bit of technology with new-gen consoles. And to talk about new-gen consoles, PlayStation 5 Pro just recently got released, which everybody is basically coinciding. GTA 6's best performance is going to be with a PlayStation 5 Pro. So potentially that's what people are mainly, that's like the main sell point I think that I'm seeing on Twitter for PlayStation 5 Pros is, yeah, Grand Theft Auto 6 when it comes out, because of the main fact the graphics are going to be enhanced, and also the gameplay is going to be enhanced as well. So we're talking about the latest technology for graphics that the newest gen consoles can actually handle at this point, which let's just talk about this for a second, okay? Grand Theft Auto 5 is a PlayStation 3 and an Xbox 360 release. It was released in 2013, and at this point, I'm not sure what else Rockstar can do to Grand Theft Auto 5 to make it better, but I can guarantee you the graphics and the actual player experience in Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be way better. Why? Because their Rage engine that they continuously keep working on, which is their gaming engine that they've made themselves, Rockstar, and is implemented in most every single Grand Theft Auto major headliner right now. Red Dead Redemption works off the Rage engine, all that stuff. So anyways, there you guys, yeah, we are going to be getting way better graphics and way better gameplay mechanics in Grand Theft Auto 6 because of what they've learned from their mistakes from Grand Theft Auto 5. Let's move on to the next thing. So something that Rockstar has already reported is we are getting an expansive map. So regardless of you guys seeing maybe any leaked map or anything like that, just know this, the map is going to be forever changing is what Rockstar said, because they are implementing into new AI systems that are going to be forever changing the actual environment of the map. So when we see like people building houses or something like that, at some point in the game, we'll probably be able to go back to that location and that house would be built at some point, right? Kind of like the building in Grand Theft Auto 5 that's been worked on ever since the beginning, but has never changed. That is something that's been a complaint of players for a very long time, that the map really has never changed in Grand Theft Auto 5. And to make the game feel even more real, they're implementing these AI bots basically that are going to be coming into the game and changing a whole bunch of stuff around randomly to where it's going to be changing the actual map and the environment. So something that you see one week may not be there the next week, depending on what the actual programs and AIs are going to be doing in the game for building perspective, which is going to be absolutely amazing, because that means at any point they could bring in anything new. And that means at any point too, which has been talked about in the GTA community, is getting even further map expansions, like maybe going back to Liberty City, which was actually a canceled DLC for GTA 5, and or maybe just being able to go back to Los Santos or something like that. Going to the airport, getting on the airplane and traveling back to Los Santos or something like that. And or, like what I said earlier, Liberty City. So that's one confirmed thing that we are getting in Grand Theft Auto 6 that we know is the expansive map and weather that's going to be coming into the game and forever changing the environment in Grand Theft Auto 6, which at this point, Grand Theft Auto 5 simply just does not have. So let's move on to the next thing. So this is definitely something you have to factor in for the success of Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be the popularity of Grand Theft Auto, aka Rockstar Games, aka Take-Two Interactive, which has been the developers of Grand Theft Auto series games ever since Grand Theft Auto 1, 2, 3, Vice City, San Andreas, China Wars, all the other stuff, London. There's like too much for me to even name, really. You know, Grand Theft Auto 4, and then there's like an expansion from Grand Theft Auto 4, I think, or something like that too. And then we have Grand Theft Auto 5, which I would say, which is going to be Rockstar Games' biggest Grand Theft Auto. And then from here, where does it go? It's only going to get bigger and better. Why? Because of their track record with their Grand Theft Autos. Every Grand Theft Auto has only gotten like 50 times better than the previous Grand Theft Auto that's been released. Even though that we love like old, characters and things like that, well, that's good gaming and good story writing and other things like that from a really good gaming company that's been around since like the late or mid 90s, in which they first, published Grand Theft Auto 1, which I think was like on PC before it even came to console, because that's how old it was a long time ago. And yeah, you guys, that's something we have to definitely consider here, is just the popularity of the actual franchise. The franchise itself, like Grand Theft Auto, is so popular, you could probably like just ask somebody, hey, have you ever heard of a video game called Grand Theft Auto? And I can guarantee you that someone's not even a gamer, they've heard of the game and they probably have an idea of what it is, probably from either seeing YouTube clips or whatever type of clips from somewhere. Like, they know what the game is, like probably almost the popularity of something like if you ask like a super old person that doesn't know video games, or maybe an old person that does know video games, because there's a lot of old people out there too that they play video games. I'm not trying to like hack on anybody's age or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, let's just say somebody that doesn't know video games, you ask him, hey, have you ever heard of a game called like Fortnite? Yeah, they probably do. You know what I'm saying? So it has to deal with the popularity here and the wanting, because we've been asking for Grand Theft Auto 6 ever since like 2014 is when it really started getting popular. So I can only imagine that when Grand Theft Auto 6 does drop, maybe within the first year, people are going to start speculating on what Grand Theft Auto 7 is going to do. And just to guarantee you guys this, that like, yeah, Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be a lot better, because there's other things that we have to factor in here too, which is the amount of money that potentially Rockstar has costed or paid into the project, which is potentially $2 billion, and they've been working on this project for I think the last 13 or 14 years. That's a lot of money, and that's a lot of time to put into a project and have it come out later on to be a failure. So that's also something that you guys have to consider when thinking of the success of Grand Theft Auto Online. Now, there's a lot of gaming franchises out there, something like, let's just say Final Fantasy. That's something that everybody should know about, you know? And these games like that these companies produce have what it is a gaming community. And this gaming community is so big that they keep these games alive because the companies keep getting bigger, because people keep paying these companies to make better and better games, which is something that's been happening here, of course, with Rockstar Games. So there's something to consider here, people, when talking about gaming communities and the loyalty of the fans when it comes to Grand Theft Auto series games in general, is if usually you've played Grand Theft Auto, you've played more than one Grand Theft Auto, and then you've played like all the Grand Theft Autos, you become what is like a Grand Theft Auto fanatic, and you are a very loyal, basically what it would be, I would almost consider a customer, because Rockstar Games puts out really good games. Number one, you know, Grand Theft Auto. Granted, the time periods being different in which they came out, and you know, the quality, which earlier we were talking about. The definitive edition that Grand Theft Auto's released just got an update on PC, I think, for San Andreas, which looks a lot better. You guys could easily go to Twitter. I don't know if we have any pictures that are going to pop up here, but mainly just some Vice City gameplay here, talking about Grand Theft Auto 6 and its loyal community, okay? Grand Theft Auto itself, like the franchise of Grand Theft Auto, has one of the biggest communities and one of the most loyalist communities, because right now we are still running at a little over 11 years for Grand Theft Auto 5, and it's still in the top 10, okay? It's still one of the most top 10 game played in the whole entire world, and it's been able to keep that spot year after year, even though it's shifted between games and this and that. It is still in the top 10 most played game and most popular game of all time at this point, until my belief, Grand Theft Auto 6 gets here and absolutely sweeps the world and takes over the gaming community itself. So yeah, you guys, a very loyal community, and that's another thing too, which is going to be able to make a very successful Grand Theft Auto 6, because if they've spent as much money and as much time working on the game, then they're going to be able to deliver something good. We already know this from their track record with, just look at Red Dead Redemption 1 in between Red Dead Redemption 2. That's night and day. How about Grand Theft Auto 4 compared to Grand Theft Auto 5? Night and day here, people. So let's move on to one of the last things that we're going to talk about. So I could go on and on when it talks about Grand Theft Auto 6, but one of the last things that I wanted to mention here is the hype and the media attention that Grand Theft Auto 6 can pull right now. So if anything is like Grand Theft Auto 6, there is a huge amount of people that jump on that. And imagine too, once they do like release trailer number 2, once they do actually release the digital like pre-order sales, the community itself, like mankind, is gonna go bonkers, because this is one of the most sought after items of all time, and it's gonna have record sales, because Grand Theft Auto 5 had record sales. That means Grand Theft Auto 6, if they spent $2 billion, I guarantee you they're gonna make that $2 billion back within probably 24 hours, because I'm buying a copy. Are you buying a copy? I can imagine you are, which is why you're here probably listening to this video. And almost, it's not a selling point. This is just me doing research from looking at leaked clips, from doing research from like looking at what Rockstar actually has posted themselves on the newswire, confirming this immense massive, ever-changing map and environment. And how many people are going to be in there? I don't know. When is online going to pop off? It seems as if we have a lot more questions than answers. And if you guys want to stay tuned, make sure you are subscribed if you're new here to the channel. And if you enjoyed this video and it was helpful in any way in persuading you just a little bit to come on over to the bright side here and the enthusiasm that I have with Grand Theft Auto 6 and how successful it's going to be, I think it's going to be the bee's knees. I think it's going to be the next best video game in the entire history of mankind. And how do I know this? Because of all the stuff that I just got done talking about, and you know, it just boils down to that, ladies and gentlemen. So from there, once again, thank you all for watching. If you got this far into the video, make sure you hit that like button for me, and go check out some more videos on my channel. My name is GRAVESIGHT, the Green Alien, and I'll see you in the next one. So peace!